Hey guys, what's up? What's up? It is Tuesday. It's one of my favorite days. Today is Transformation Tuesday, guys. I love Transformation Tuesday. I have so many transformations. If you guys have not went on my page and actually looked at my transformations, I would suggest that you do. And for all of you guys who's like, "Oh, I don't want to do Herbalife," maybe you should. But anyways, the reason for this video, I woke up this morning, and every single morning I wake up and I'm just like, dang, I look in the mirror and I'm like, I love me some me. And I thought it would be perfect to do a video on it just because last year I went through so much that I could not look myself in the mirror and just sit there and say those simple words as I love me some me. Like, I could not do that. So last year, here's what happened. I'm going to give you guys a crash course on my life for those of you who don't know. Last year, me and my ex-husband was going through a divorce. So basically what happened was that I left Germany because me and my ex is like, maybe that's the best thing to do. I can go to New York. I can open up a nutrition club. He was going to get out in 2019. So this happened. This happened in 2017 going into 2018. Like us just going through all of this. But anyway, so I'm like, yeah, I can go to New York. Since BAH, basically that goes for, like, when you're in the military, it goes for where your dependents are. So I'm like, yeah, I can go to New York. I can open up the nutrition club. You get out in 2019. We're going to be set. We have our nutrition club. Bet. So that was our plan. That was our goal. And plus my grandmother was in and out of the hospital. So I was just like, I'm going to kill two birds with one stone. So that was our plan. But as everybody know, like, plans don't work out the way you always expect them to work out, and that's okay, guys. Like, honestly, I feel like everything happens for a reason. God makes no mistakes. So what wind up happening is we started, arguing and stuff. Everybody please realize that me and Letho, we've never been apart more than 2 weeks. For damn near 6-7 years, we were never apart for more than 2 weeks. When he was in basic training, that was the most that we were apart, and that shit was tough. But so last year he went to New York and found out that we were already going through problems. You know what I'm saying? I felt like those problems, and he told me those problems were due to the fact that we were separated. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, he's coming home. He came and things felt like it was back to normal. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, maybe, it's not meant for us to go through this divorce, Anyways, he goes with one of his friends. I'm in a car. His music is still playing. I grab his phone. I'm like, oh, all right. He told me one of his friends changed his password to 00000, however many zeros you could put in the iPhone as a passcode. Well, did that, and I'm going through the music or whatever. I'm going through the music, and you know that saying where they're like, seek and you shall find. So I went seeking, and I found that he was talking to some girl in Germany. He got her pregnant. She was actually one of the girls that used to come to my house on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? And do not, and please, guys, do not. This video is not to bash Shalito. At the end of the day, he did what he felt he needed to do for himself. Like, don't go bashing that man. Me and that man is in a good place right now. At the end of the day, everything worked out the way it was supposed to work out. Trust me. So, I did find that out, and I felt destroyed, guys. Like, if you've ever been in a relationship and you see things firsthand, like I saw it. Like, I looked at the phone dropped, everything. Like, I started crying hysterically. I was like, wow, so this is what's going on. It wasn't that, we grew apart. It was the fact that, the whole time he basically was cheating. And it really destroyed me last year. Last year, like I said, I didn't know what self-love was. You know what I'm saying? And that was just because of everything that I was going through. But that just shows growth, guys. At the end of the day, like I said, everything happens for a reason, everything. And I've grown so much in this experience. Like, this experience has taught me so much. First of all, before that, I never had a job. Like, if you guys know me, you know, like, I was locked up most of my childhood, doing things that I wasn't supposed to do. And I thought I couldn't get a job. When I did apply for a job when I was about, I believe I was about 19, 20, and they hired me and fired me after they see my record. So I was under the impression that I just could never work in life. Like, that was my thing. I was like, bro, how am I gonna survive? So here I am, 28, 29. I'm going through a divorce, and I've never worked in my life. He was the breadwinner. You know what I'm saying? So it's like so many different changes. I'm having all of these different types of thoughts in my head, and it's just like I felt like it would never ever and never ever end. And I was just going through so much, to the point where I feel like I lost myself, and I didn't know how to basically get back up. My mom, my sisters, everybody would try to talk to me, and I was just like, I was in such a bad place that I would start snapping. Once they bring up marriage, I would start snapping. If I seen a girl pregnant, I felt like I was gonna throw up. Like, that situation literally, like, it damn near broke me. But on the flip side, it woke something up in me also. After that, like, I was like, so what am I gonna do? How am I gonna get a bag? You know what I'm saying? Because there's certain things that I like, and I gotta have it. Like, there's certain things that I gotta do for myself. So what I did was I applied. First of all, shout out to Nene, because I applied to a job, and she basically helped push me in there. You know what I'm saying? And then I applied to another job and got in there too. So basically last year I was working two jobs. I was going from my night job from 8 to 6 a.m. and then my second job from 6:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Sometimes 1:30 p.m. Sometimes I didn't leave until the job actually closed, and I believe that was like 7 p.m. So, but all of that, I'm just giving you guys a backstory, but all of that just to say that, last year I was in such a bad place. So this is a transformation right here. Last year I couldn't tell myself I love me. I couldn't say, hey, I love me some me, until I started living again, until I got those two jobs, until I started seeing things turn around for me. And guys, we got to remember that things are not going to change unless you change. Like, what if I would have just sat there, because it was months that I just sat in a bed in a room crying, not wanting to talk to nobody, not really eating anything. Now, what if I would have been that person? If I would have been that person, shoot, I would have never had the money that I have, nothing. So, guys, transformation is more than outside transformation. Transformation comes from within.